facing a pretty formidable team fight lineup.
That is scary. Yeah.
I almost said Navi, but baited.
About to force that.
Yeah, I would not be super excited playing Clockwork in this game. Nice toss there from Vampire.
And the
See if
box.
they can get enough body blocking here to actually bring down Ghostic. Kind of doubt it. He does level up his Q. He's given a cookie as well. So that amount of mobility will allow him to survive.
But he's blocked.
He's actually blocked up by LeBron a little bit. If they can get another toss, they have a toss actually coming up. He's going to toss the Riki onto Ghostic. Ghostic hits him with the backstab. And what was that?
Tricky, it can be very valuable. He gets multiple raid bans, and suddenly he's actually very strong.
Another toss back, but this time Ghostic actually wants to be able to fight. He hits him with the nuke. The cookie is going to land him right on top of FNG, and that'll be enough to get the kill. Now the question is whether or not Ghostic can get out, and of course he will, because Dream, he doesn't want to trade that much anyway. And then on top of that, he's got a creep wave. At this point in time to try and pressure that Medusa into dying. Nice body blocking here, trying to catch King R. The Shadow Realm fades away. They're still going to try and go for the kill. The toss doesn't actually land on a King R, but they still, with the creep and the blink strike, Dream is able to get the kill. Could have actually blocked up the camp. He's going to be able to hit the avalanche, toss back onto the Viper, and this will turn the fate of the mid lane. Dendi being ganked up by both supports.
And this is the moment in which Kyle runs up here, you know, and just back.
Meanwhile, top lane, Shachlo has actually done really well in CS. He was tied up with the Void until all of a sudden, old Cookie Grandma shows up, and Shachlo, that's a lot of damage, man.
Can they get
Between
him?
the slows and the Cookie, Shachlo will actually barely limp away, but he doesn't have a healing salve, so he's probably just going to have to either go back to base or, tempted a cookie, another kill, but Shachlo does manage to dodge that creep push forward.
Good juke from him, also a pretty good attempt by LeBron. I didn't see that one coming.
He finds a courier on its way back. It's actually Dream's courier, so pretty decent one to kill. Dream, though, thanks to all his Wraith Bands, is significantly tankier and much harder to kill. He's going to jump on a King R here. The Avalanche comes out, but fortunately the Shadow Realm protects him, and he will actually turn that damage on a Vampire, who runs into a Brambles and finished off by the nuke of Ghostic. And Dream, who tried to do the same to King R, wasn't able to get that kill.
I would disagree with that Battle Fury build, especially when you have a Medusa with you.
Oh yeah, please. None of that. Dendi, once again, tossed into the Tier 1 tower in mid from another two-man support game.
It's always like that. You have to decide where you put your pressure. It can't be on all three lanes at the same time. Some of the lanes you have to lose.
Yeah, and anytime somebody's left solo, Gambit is always there to be able to punish, and this time it's Ghostic in the bottom lane, tries to go for the courier kill, and both of the couriers survive.
He tried, he hit, and they're the same. They're right next to each other, so he right-clicks two different couriers, and they survive. This is a difficult kill. They have damage.
They're going to try for it here with PO joining them, slowing him down with the time dilation. Looks like they should be able to get especially.
But your teammates struggle to follow up. Now if you can refresh it and do it once again,
I'm not sure why they're leaving Ghostic alone in this bottom lane. Well, it looks like Vampire is still going to get caught here, but the important carry of Riki is still going to survive through this gank, and I'm not sure how much pressure Bait's going to be able to put on that tower. Dream's already on the other side of the map. I mean, at this point in time, I'm kind of cheering for him too, just because I want to see at least one win from Bait here in Kiev. It looks like they will be able to find Ghostic here. Gambit quickly killing him as he kind of treaded off alone into the jungle.
To get that level 6 as soon as possible.
Yeah, this is not a time to be too sacrificial. Looks like the chain stun onto the Void, not quite enough. Plus the Terrorize going in is going to be able to control up the Clockwork a bit. He's going to get stunned. They do have the Bedlam doing some decent amount of damage. It looks like he will end up falling here. The ultimate comes out from the Ancient Apparition. That's enough to turn around and get a kill onto King R. But
Gambit, they go in, they fail their spells, they fail their attempt to kill Void, and they still make a decent trade. Not great for them, but...
Well, especially as they're able to get another exit kill, this time onto LeBron, but the duel comes out on Exodus Vampire, and maybe it's not a duel that they can win, but they'll probably get the kill, and they do.
At least, but you know, Medusa isn't moving. She's just farming away. Same goes for Riki.
Pio can't get too far away from the Riki. That's why he has to turn around, and Chronosphere goes for the kill on FNG. Might be able to get it. In fact, he does, but can he actually get out? With the help of Ghostic, he certainly can. Press the attack, removes the cold feet that was on him.
Difficult there to move onto the high ground, but on Void.
Go for Bio, trying to burst him down real quick. Pushed out of the smoke screen. Not quite. They do manage to get that kill, and that's a dominating streak for Dream. It always feels like this is just kind of constant. They're going to get a pick off on King R here, as well as a kill on to old Granny. And Bait are just kind of left, sand in their hands, drifting through their fingers, trying to catch something, anything. They do manage to grab Dream here, but can they actually kill him fast enough? He managed to get off the Cloak and Dagger, survives, Ghostic very low. Dream jumps to the low ground with the Blink Strike and will not survive, actually. The poison damage is good enough. Exodus Vampire with TP away, spotted by Pio, but not fast enough to be able to get a hit in.
That was a great kill for them. They killed that playmaker Ricky. It's super important. At the same time, they used all 3 cores to get that.
So weird to me that like BK just never seemed to be able to take the initiation on a fight, failing some like big smoke gank like this. But when they do smoke up, they oftentimes are left with a kill that's not that valuable.
It's pretty
like
much FNG.
Yeah.
They're taking mid at the same time. Gambit, they're farming away on top lane with Tiny. Maybe they'll
Ghostic
fight.
starts backing up. They do have LeBron in the back line. Shots, quick little play there. He cogged himself in and then realized he didn't have the time to get out of those cogs, so he hook-shotted Viper mid, whereas Gambit have a Medusa. So this slower pace is better for them, and it's still Gambit who are the ones trying to make some moves. Now, this move actually fails as the Shadow Realm goes off fast enough, but it'll fade eventually, and this hasted up Exodus Vampire will be able to bring down King R. Probably going to lose his life for it. His time dilation is going to slow him down to a crawl. A successful duel, the first one of the game, I believe. Outside of draft, they're also oftentimes being outplayed in movement. Right? It really seems like FNG has a strong read of where Bait is at all times, and he's kind of placing himself as the potential fodder. Oh, the cookie actually stunning Exodus Vampire right as he blinked in. What a disaster. He thought he was going to be able to get a toss backwards. Instead, he dies for free. No cost to Bait, and now they can maybe push into mid. After all, they still have the Chronosphere. Ghostic being gone on, but a Force Staff gets him out of smokescreen. Hookshot on him as well. Now a Cogs push as well. Terrorize does manage to land onto the Riki, but it's going to be Ghostic potentially dying here. In fact, he does. A little bit too much damage. Shots with TP out actually does survive. And
Void.
maybe FNG. The Void actually shows up, and immediately he's inside the smokescreen. They do have a cookie to be able to get him out of that one. Pio, I think he was looking for it. Now he does manage to get the Chronosphere, catching that Riki, as well as setting up for a lot of damage on the Medusa. FN trying to get off his ultimate. Pio, he's committed too much, though. It's going to get chain stunned down by the Tiny. They do manage to kill the Medusa, yes, but it felt like Pio wasn't really needed to be that far forward.
Hard not to crack. Maybe
yeah, King R, he's going to be a lot easier. In fact, he doesn't even need the AA blast.
It is flying over, though. You can see that FNG
Yeah.
did send it, but it won't matter.
They spotted Vampire. LeBron.
Shot to land,
Oh,
but
Dendy pushing forward with no team behind him. He does have a Force Staff, though. Now the cookie is close enough, but Exodus Vampire is going to stay on top of him. Yulsefter actually stopping the toss away. Dendy sticks around, knowing that Exodus Vampire is a little bit too far forward. Now they catch him, and Pio looking for more. Time walks forward, Chronosphere out, but the Stone Gate's already gone off, so Pio can't really do a whole lot. There is going to be that damage coming out from Granny, but now he's stuck inside the smokescreen. He activates his BKB, Time walks, but Dream still managed to get the kill. B8 have to now back off without their big damage dealer. They threw everything they had to be able to do half damage to a Medusa. Dream now activating his BKB. He's going to be dueled up, but the BKB being activated by Riki means that he's not that squishy. Ghostic has to run away as the duel fades. A stun onto Shotzlow. The cookie gets him out of that net. Ghostic's going to be okay.
visioning like that, if your Viper is about to survive, you should be already catching different targets.
Trying to jump forward. They do have the Tiny combination with that AA blast to be able to finish off the Viper. And now the Clumsy Nut being popped by Dream to slow down Ghostic's retreat as well. LeBron's here, though, with the TP coming in from the Dark Willow. He immediately drops an Observer Ward to see if he can grab somebody who's too close to the Tier 2 to defend this Roshan attempt. Gambit, push onto the high ground. Pio charging forward, activates his BKB. He's going to be hookshotted up, taking so much damage and Terrorize, not going to be able to save him. He takes way too much from a Riki. Dream is a beast right now. Popping heroes left and right. Nice. Exodus Vampire Force staffing through. Managed to get the toss back onto Ghostic. Dream, he's going to be able to jump into the high ground as he retreats. Still a little bit cautious here. Doesn't want to feed into the Viper too much. There's also a buyback available for Pio.
That's pretty much what it is.
Just click the buttons.
Click the buttons. Like, you jump in, but you don't use anything. You just die.
King R shows up, but superior vision from Gambit.
This is the worst. Man, this feels so bad if you're dire.
And Bait, like, we've seen them in this situation before. I feel like you just gotta force down to the, or try and smoke around. Ghostic tries to get an initiation onto the Tiny. He still managed to kill him with the Chronosphere onto the Riki as well. They're gonna throw out the Terrorize just to make sure his chain stun wasn't needed, but still wins the fight. Pio hoping to be able to find somebody. Nice, clever hook shot from Shotchlo onto neutral.
All right, Vampire, all right. We've been praising you for the whole tournament. You're great, you're awesome, but hold your horses. He blinks in, he fails his initial attempt to throw someone out of their base, and then he forces Legion into himself to try and toss her away. And it looked cute, but he tosses a creep instead and gets him and the Riki kills. So, I mean, I respect the attempt. It was really good, but it didn't work.
Shadow Realm. Cold Feet is going to be able to stun him, so that teleport away was never going to work, and now he's just going to die. Self-fuels to buy himself time, but he's a goner.
You can't expect to just stand and hit and take it down, but when you're this far ahead, you might expect just that.
Yeah. As you can see, FN still working with his first life here, and that melee barracks down to half. Once again, Exodus Vampire tries that same initiation, fails it on Dendi, who gets a defensive force staff off. He's poking an FN. Now it's going to be Dream's turn to initiate. The cookie comes down, immediately a hook shot to follow it up, but a Yule Scepter goes down before he can get the cogs. Now he cogs and force staffs through, but Shotshow's kind of stuck here, especially with LeBron raining down the artillery to be able to catch more Gambit heroes. They get the duel in as well. Grouping up, but that's going to be fine. They commit their BKB to make sure they kill Excess Vampire time dilation, slowing down FN, but they have to be careful fighting into that Medusa, especially with the space that's created to allow Dream to pounce, just like that. Motivation talent at 10 or something like that. It's mega value. 10 talent. Dendi gonna be tossed back with Cold Feet on him as well. Force Staff a little bit farther away with the cookie helping him out, but again, Dream with that basher, it makes a world of difference. He can always pursue. That's Dendi with a dieback, by the way. Dead for 100 seconds, and 2 members of Bait also gone. LeBron and Ghostic, they're both gonna have to buy back here if they hope to be able to defend the 2 lanes of barracks, because FN, well, he already broke the melee in mid, so he might as well just go straight for top.
Yeah, you can see his build as well. The script is literally saying, I want to end this game right now, boys, let's go. By the way, Riki, what was his level 20 talent? What did he take in the end? He took the cast range, all right, yeah. Usually what you go for.
Terrorize. First out on FN. It's going to push him into a weird position where he runs through the mid lane, but Bait can't really go for him. They certainly can't commit Chronosphere or anything to him, but if they don't do anything,
they're just going to lose the Raxes.
I never see them in these situations. They always try and defend from inside their base, and they never try and go for like the smoke around. And as a result, plenty of opportunities for Excess Vampire to get tosses back like he does on a King R. King R, fortunately, is able to get away from that Riki. Blink away from the Riki as well, gets him out of danger underneath the tier 4s, and FN's just going to keep it going.
There's a tier 1 and the tier 2 on the bottom lane, so they're like, that looks like a lot of effort. I don't want to go all the way down.
Well, Dendi does have a buyback now. He actually has enough gold, so he's finally able to do so. Shotshot goes in the back line. They've gone for all their damage on the Medusa, and they're rewarded with the kill. They're going to be able to get Excess Vampire on top of that. Dream, meanwhile, tried to go for the supports, but actually got kited well enough. They're not able to get that kill. And the front lines, though, it's Pio with the successful duel, helping out Ghostic, getting the kill on Ancient Apparition. 3 dead on the side of Gambit, and Bait didn't lose anything for it. All they had to do was buy back on Dendi.
Massive, massive team fight for Bait there.
Roshan forced buybacks out of Gambit. If they win this fight, then all of a sudden the game can be won. And they're going to open with the kill on a Dream. This is massive. He's dead for 80 seconds. They may just be able to force a buyback out of him. In fact, he does.
Exactly what they needed. Now you have a win probability. Now if you kill that Riki, if you take him down, perhaps you can even take the game by 1.
And it's also Gambit. They're able to easily commit to Roshan here with FN without too much risk. They have a Medusa inside the pit. And Bait, all they want to do right now is just kind of poke and try and slow down this Roshan until that Chronosphere is up. But I have a feeling Gambit's not going to give them enough time.
It's too fast. Perhaps they can think about stealing it.
They're going to jump inside now. Pio committing his BKB, but not able to do a whole lot. Immediately has to jump away, gets bashed immediately. Fortunately, a force staff on a time walk gets him up to the high ground, but a BKB being committed. FN just to be able to finish this up. They do have Ghostic committing to go for the Ancient Apparition kill with the smoke screen coming out. The Terrorize not going to be able to save him. Ancient Apparition lives. They get the Roshan. They get the Aegis for FN, and all they may lose for it, well, not even that. Pio actually has a time walk away before he can finish off that kill on a Shotchlo. May take out the poison. Nice toss back there from Excess Vampire. getting the kill onto LeBron, but there's the Chronosphere finally up. Gonna go for the kill on Dream. That's gonna be a dieback for him. The Aegis is on the Medusa, so they're just gonna ignore this Medusa and go for everybody else. FN standing on the front lines is going to be able to create some space, but they have to go back to their base. It's in trouble. The Ancient is at half health right now just due to the creeps. Bait can't push this fight any longer.
Man, the crowd loves this game, and I completely agree with them because this is what we needed. We needed some stress. We needed this. Yeah.
Enough sustain. He had to back away from creeps, man.
Yeah,
feels bad.
It's still a very difficult game for them. Oh, he knows. He knows. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's salving up. He understands. Yeah, their throne is super low. Medusa has that Aegis. I believe it was the Aghanim's Rush as well. I wonder who got that. It was Aegis Cheese. Dream is dead, so most likely they will just chill for now.
Through mid and commit to hitting the Ancient. They do have a glyph on the side of Bait. That is very important right now. It means they don't have to push outside of their base to be able to take the fight.
You just have to look at PO and his cooldown on the Chronosphere. That's all.
Oh, that Daedalus doing so much damage. Fortunately, he was able to get away from the avalanche. That could have been a bit scary.
Oh.
Jump hard. Oh, no, he actually got hookshotted right as he went for the kill into FN. He is going to be able to buy him back. Meanwhile, they do have a duel onto XS Vampire. Doesn't last for long, though, and it's actually Ghostic who may end up dying. They've already killed the Medusa once, though, thanks in part to that damage from the Snapfire. And Dendy's MKB putting in some serious overtime here. Now they've got the Chronosphere onto both the Ancient Apparition and the Medusa. Can they bring down this Medusa? No, they can't because Viper just got assassinated by Ariki. And Pio left with no backline to be able to help him out with that Chronosphere, and that's just going to be it. Much like to game one. Gambit will close it out, maybe with no buybacks on their side, but they win the last fight. That matters.
Gambit, they put up a fight. Yeah. That's all I can say. I think they did all right.